Hello, citizens of the world. Shaba Shams here with Shaba Speaks as we talk about health, wealth, and relationships to inspire, empower, and connect the citizens of the world. Today, I have an amazing guest with me here. I'm super excited to bring him on, and that's Mohammed. Hi, Mohammed.
Hello, how are you? Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you very much for inviting me, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Oh my God, it's such a pleasure to have you here with me. We connected not long ago. And I must tell my audience here that Mohammed is only 12 years old and he's already kicking it. He's killing it. A content creator, a public figure, a motivational speaker. I am very humbled actually when I come across people like yourself. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Mohammed.
So, my name is Mohammed Yunus Sharhabi, and I'm a 12-year motivational speaker. You can hear me well, right?
Yes, perfect.
I'm a 12-year-old motivational speaker from Algeria, exactly from Sila. And I love motivating people in English because, it's the word, the language of the world.
Okay. Tell me,
Yeah.
When did you start? When did you start giving talks? And tell us a little bit about how you got into doing what you're doing.
So I got into this. So, I used to teach English only, but then after COVID hit in, I got the idea of doing motivation since it's a very, very needed thing right now. It's very needed because of COVID. Lots of people are getting angry, sad, depressed, etc.
Wow, that's wonderful. And tell us a little bit about your family, the support system. Who are behind you? Who are helping you grow?
Well, I've got my dad, my mom, my grandma, my grandpa, my sisters, my brother, the small family and a part of the big family. Of course, the family is going to help because it's a part of me growing up. I learned to love my family when you grow up.
That's wonderful. So how do you learn? What is your source of inspiration? And then what is your platform of action? I know you have a YouTube channel, you are on Facebook, you are on Instagram, you're pretty much everywhere. But I also saw like few interviews that you had given with like more mainstream media. Can you tell us about that?
So I'll start off with the first thing, and it's where's my source of motivation. Number one, I always get motivated by the one person that did more than anybody could do, and it's our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And secondly, it's my mom and my dad. They both motivate me every day. They tell me even when I'm lazy, I'm tired, they tell me you gotta go do this and do that because time is not gonna wait for you.
That's a
And
very good advice.
yeah, I've got like a couple of people on YouTube that motivate me too. I like a lot of people on YouTube, and that's pretty much it. And I've been on Al Jazeera, I've been on Ishrooq, and I've been on Nahar once, and the Shuruq. It was the first time with Mrs. Zahida, and she was a really delightful. Like anybody who had me was very delightful, and she was the first one to have me there. So it was like amazing. The first time I was very like strict. I was very thinking in an inside box. I only thought of what was inside, not what was outside, because that was my first time getting used to that. Then the second time, then the third time, then the fourth time, and now it's normal.
So do you remember the first time you did an interview or you appeared on a show? How was it like for you?
So the first TV show, well, not TV show, but on TV, my first time was with Mrs. Zahida Har on Shuruq. But the first time, like the people who first called me were the U.S. Embassy, the U.S. Embassy in Algeria.
Was it
Yeah,
with Yeah.
yeah, I was with Khalid. Then it was with Zoom. He asked me, and I would give him back the answer.
who inspires you the most? Not talking about your mom and dad and family. Outside of your family support system, who inspire you the most?
Like there are a couple of YouTubers and a couple of motivational speakers like Steve Harvey and whatnot. You know, those people inspire me like very much, since they literally have like a whole entire army of people, about millions of people behind them with them. So like they inspire me that they have that much people helping them and with them for a good cause.
And you do interviews as well. You had me on your show not long ago. I appreciated that, and I had just a wonderful time and a wonderful conversation with you. Um, how many interviews have you done, and what have you learned? What are the takeaways from interviewing older or younger? It doesn't matter the age, clearly with you, but what have you learned the most from these interviews, interactions with people?
I learned that in life you can't learn anything like alone, because every time I have somebody new, you can hear probably the fireworks that are going off.
Oh wow!
People finish their exams, so they're very happy here in Algeria.
And they celebrate with fireworks. Wow, that's
Yeah.
really.
So yeah, I've learned that in life there's casual times and multiple times probably where you just get the idea that you can't do this alone. You need help. Like even the mightiest people needed help. So I really love doing these interviews. I've done so like a couple of them, but only three with three individuals were in each one of them. You and one a woman from Indonesia, Miss from Indonesia,
Mm.
and Mr. Steve. So he's Mr. Stephen Bloomberg. We did a couple of them, and we stopped lately because COVID, and it started with COVID. So we stopped lately because it was getting we were going through, and now we're thinking about new ideas. So stay tuned if you want me to see if you want to see us again.
Yeah. So quickly here, Rayan says, brilliant boy, so proud of you as a Muslim. So if you guys, we have a good number here of people watching. If you guys really want to support Muhammad, tag and share and make sure you get the word out, because that's really how we can support public figures. I mean, public figures, we don't really get paid to come out here and to speak and to share our hearts and our expertise and experiences. Really, we do not get paid to do this, but we do it because that's how we want to influence, and this is how we want to inspire people through these conversations and share our knowledge and expertise. So the way you guys can support us is really by supporting us and tagging and sharing and subscribing. So I would really ask you guys to check out Muhammad. He's just like such a bright, intelligent, amazing young man. I like to call him young man because he's so mature for his age. And make sure you follow him on social media. Make sure you go on, Instagram, follow him on YouTube, subscribe to his channel and mine. Why not? But this is really how we can push people out and support them. So through the support and through the follow, through the likes, and just spread some love. I mean, there are always haters out there, but I think those of us, and you, Muhammad, you agree with me that those of us who decided that we want to be out there and speak our mind, we're willing to take the risks of being, criticized at times and attacked at times. But guys, the ones who love on us is really the ones who can keep us doing what we're doing and sharing the love and the care. So make sure you guys support Muhammad as well and follow him everywhere. So Muhammad, there was a question that I asked you some time ago, and it was about English. The reason I'm asking, let me put a context to my question. So I get a lot of requests because I have an international audience, people from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, from Africa, of course, North Africa. And though this audience is not a native English speaker, so they reach out to me several times, and they're like, oh, I want to learn English and I want to learn English. And I remember asking you the question, how did you get yourself to learn in English? And the reason I'm asking this question, because I think the answer would be very helpful to the audience from this angle. You are 12 years old, you live in Algeria, and you speak fluent English. I want you to answer all these people and tell them how you got yourself to learn in English. Maybe they can learn from you and follow your role model. Go ahead, Mohammed.
So, the number one thing is my mom taught me. So, when I was like 5 years old, 4 or 5 years old, my mom decided, since, there weren't, schools that teach very well English and whatnot, she decided on her own that she could teach me English. So, the thing is, she made it like as if it were a kindergarten in the house. So each day she'd let us have fun, of course, because we were kids. We were 5 years old. We're not strict like at school,
Yeah.
but she would tell us every day, what is this in English? What is that in English? What is this in English? What is this? And we'd learn every day. We'd learn the basics. I learned like the basics, the colors, the how to make words, phrases. And when I learned the bases, the bases in the basics, basically. And I decided to go on YouTube and watch more cartoons. And one of them was like Nickelodeon, Disney XD, Disney Junior. These are the type of the channels on TV that I watch. It's in Astra, by the way, if you want to watch these.
Okay.
And I watch a couple of YouTubers. Um, Lots of them swear, so I don't watch them that. I don't watch them that much.
Oh my
But
God, that's funny.
what I take the good stuff, not the bad stuff. You gotta take the vocabulary because they do say some very interesting words.
Okay.
And I really I got into it when I learned the basics thanks to my mom, and then I started learning and watching and adapting, and I started speaking English every day, like daily.
And I saw all of your, streams, all your events, your interviews. I mean, including this one. I'm sure that a lot of people who are watching us, they're probably thinking, oh my God, they are both Algerians and they both speak Algerian and Arabic, and they decide to do this interview in English. And the reason is because, we are international communities, international members, and we're trying to reach out and communicate, at a global level. So that's why we do not want to limit ourselves. And of course, my show is in English, even though, speaking of which, Mohammed, I'm going to invite you to do a piece in Arabic because I just got a pilot on the lifestyle TV show USA that's going to be broadcasting on Al Jazeera. And I'm going to be doing a piece called Sautun min America. And I would love for you to be, because I have to have two guests, and I would love for you to be my first guest along with the other lady that I have. So you will be but the piece is going to be in Arabic. So it's going to be like just 2 questions or 3 questions. So I would love to have you there. Um, you talk a lot about impacting humanity and just contributing to the betterment of the world, which being 12 is very, very impressive to even have that as a purpose. What do you see yourself? How do you see yourself 5 years from now, 10, 20 years from now? And what is your contribution to the betterment of the world?
So in 5 years from now, 10, 20 years from now, I either see myself dead, because you never know, I could die. On the other hand, I see myself, on a stage, practically in TED Talks, speaking to millions and millions of people. Inshallah, hopefully. I really want that to happen. But I see myself as still doing this motivational speaking in English and still, continuing my baccalaureate and getting a degree and working, getting companies, becoming a physics scientist, learning astronomy. I see myself accomplishing my goals. That basically. Hopefully,
And I believe you do. And I'm actually trying my very best to connect you with some people who do that kind of work. So um, anyway, I tagged few people, for instance, in today's conversation. That way they can join. So I think what you're trying to do is very admirable, and you just need to build a support system around you to do it. And sometimes, you need to go a little bit beyond family, community, society to more of an international and global reach to be able to accomplish these. um, I'm going to ask you a very strange question, because usually young adults like yourself don't really have this feeling too much. What is your biggest fear, or what is your biggest limiting belief? Limiting belief means something that prevents you from moving forward. So what are the obstacles and the challenges you're dealing with being a very inspired young adult at this point of your life?
so number one, this is the biggest obstacle in my whole entire life. Are you ready for it? It's
Mhm.
age.
It's what?
Age. People always listen. I'm telling you, age is just a number. But no matter where you go, it's always above 16. Can't you make it above 10? What about the unique ones? There are people who know physics better than people who are 15, and they could be 9 years old. These are the shining sparks. A person who's lost his life, nobody loses his life, but like an adult who is, I don't know, who's bad, he swears, he doesn't do anything, he's just standing on the streets, you could either try to help him or you could let him die. I prefer if you tried to help him, but most of them always prefer the saying, I got it on my own. People always say, I can do this my own. I'm the DIY type. Do you know that
Love it.
the DIY that society put in yourself? DIY is if you have the materials. You can't make I don't know, a cartoonic looking cannon or draw one if you don't have the materials to.
Yeah.
So basically, I just want to say that there are shining sparks in this world that are underestimated because of age.
Okay, so that's number one. So your biggest challenge right now
Is
is
age.
age, because you're too young. Do you feel like being too young, people don't take you seriously, or instead of really listening to what you're saying because you have an amazing message, so instead of going like, oh my god, the message is great, the reaction you're getting is like, oh my god, he's so cute. So do you feel like you're getting more of, oh my god, he's so cute sort of thing, instead of, oh my god, he's very mature for his age? And how does it feel to you?
Everybody in my crowd, everybody that follows me and subscribes to my YouTube channel, which is Muhammad Talks, by the way. So everybody's like, he's so good. That's great information. Nobody's like, oh, he's so cute. And if they say that, they also add, what a great piece of information, because they all know the meaning of what I'm putting on YouTube. I'm not putting my pictures and being like, do I look cute? Oh, that's dumb. What am I gonna get if I look cute? Nothing, except for a couple of likes, maybe, but nothing else. So I get more of a good advice or neglecting more than I get cute. People neglect me, maybe they don't give me attention. I mean, it's better than that. That's better than saying, "Oh, he's so cute."
So when you speak to the masses, and I know you are into inspirational speeches, is it more for for the purpose of informing or the purpose of transforming?
It's more for the purpose of transforming. I
Okay.
usually inform with tiny quotes, tiny items, tiny motivational speeches. I do informing and transforming, but my main ideology and my main idea of being on YouTube is transforming people's lives. Because that's one of the biggest things you could ever do.
Isn't that amazing to hear somebody 12 years old who comes and is like, I want to transform your life. And you know what? I know I can. I mean, I love you, Mohammed. I'm one of your biggest admirer, and you know that, biggest fan. Just to be at this level of mind at the age of 12 years old, I mean, it's like priceless. So actually, I'm gonna jump in a question that I saw somebody ask here. I think this one is a really good question, and thank you guys for being